In today's session, we will see one more new tag, which is called as what? Table tag, right? So basically, what is a table? How do you draw a table? Anyone? Yes, anyone? How do you draw a table? How do you define a table usually?
Table
Yes.
is a collection of rows
Table is a
Collection of
collection
rows and
rows and columns.
very good, very good. You are absolutely right. So basically, guys, table is what? It is a collection of what? Rows and columns. Suppose I have a block. So this is my block, which is called as what here? Table frame. I call it as what? Table frame, right? This is my table frame, right? Whatever outside you see, that is my table frame, right? Now, if I have something here, uh, outside thing, right? So whatever I have this outside thing, so what is that called as? Yes. So this is called as what? Table border, right? So I have another attribute of a table called as what? Table border. So that is one attribute of my table. Now, as you said to me, yeah, every table is organized in terms of what? Rows and columns. So let me take some rows here and columns. Suppose I have few columns here, column number 1, column number 2, okay, column number 3 and column number 4, right? So these are called as what? Columns. So why we have to learn the entire structure of table? Because to frame a table using HTML and XHTML, we must understand the basic components of a table, and then we must learn how to implement that table attributes or components with the help of coding, right? So here, when I want to draw a table, or when I want to take a table, then I have to take a table tag that I will tell you. Then it has got some attributes called as what? Border. So in border, after that, we have what? Your rows and columns, right? So here, when I want to establish my columns, you can see that I have column number 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, and 5. So when I want to establish these columns in my code, I do it using one more small element of table tag, that is called as what? TD. Okay. Yeah. So when I want to draw a column or I want to establish cell, I do it using TD, which is attribute, okay, or which is a sub element of the table tag, right? Then when I want to draw or when I want to create the rows, see, row number 1, row number 2, okay. So suppose I want few rows like 3, okay, third one, fourth one, and fifth one. So I have got how many rows here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So I have basically 5 rows here. So when I want to establish row in the table, I do it using one tag, which is called as what? TR tag, right? So when I want to draw a row, right? Or when I want to implement a row, I do it using TR tag. Is it clear? So TR tag we are using for implementing what? Rows, okay? And we are using TD tag when we want to implement the column inside the table. Is it clear? So when we want to establish a table into an XHTML code, first we have to open a table tag, okay? So first I have to go for which tag, guys? I have to go for a table tag, fine? I have to go for a table tag. Our table tag will have so many attributes here, right? So which are, what are the attributes applied to my table? So I can give border to my table, okay? What else I can do with my table? I can give some value for my table. What are the other attributes that I can apply to my table? I can take table width, okay? Yes, I can take table height, right? I can take table height, right? So these are the few attributes which you came to know from this border, right? So I can set the width, I can set the height for this table tag, right? Now let me go back to the notes to see some more attributes. So we can also take one more attribute called as what? Align, right? What is alignment? Where I want to set the table, whether I want to set it at the right side, left side, or I want to put it at the central point of your web page. So in this way, I can take few attributes for your table type, such as border, width, height, alignment also you can take. Okay. So there are two more attributes called as what? Cell spacing, right? There is one more attribute called as what? Cell padding, right? To understand the cell spacing and cell padding, we will just see one diagram, right? So can you tell me what is the meaning of cell? Anyone? Can you tell me what is meaning of cell? Yes, anyone? Suppose I take this area. Okay, suppose I choose this area. Yes, suppose I choose this area, guys. So here, see, I will take this as column number. So this is column number 1, or you can take 0 also. So I have column number 2. I have column number 3. I have column number 4. And I have column number last one, that is 5, right? Or you can start it with column number 0 also, right? Column number 5. Similarly, when I want to take the row format. So how do you go for row format here? Suppose I take it like this. This is my row. Okay. Yeah. So this is my row. So suppose I take it as row number 1. Fine. Let me extend it. So this is my row number 1. So I have row number 2. Fine. I have row number 2. Similarly, I have row number 3. I have row number 4, and I have row number 5, right? Now, when I'm talking about this point, guys, okay, which is my central point, this one, okay. So what it is, this is a combination of which one? This is a combination of column number 1 and row number 1. So this particular area, what I have, okay, this particular area, what I have is called as what, guys? It is called as cell, okay. Am I right? It is called as a cell. Okay. So when you want to implement this structure into your coding, what you have to do is, first thing is you have to create your row. So after creating row, okay, after implementing that row, you have to go on adding the column. Suppose I have row number 1. Okay. Suppose I have row number 1. In that row number 1, what I'm doing, I have to enter the data into column number 1. Column number 2, column number 3, column number 4, column number 5. It means the data entering into one row is completed. So when I want to enter data, okay, when I want to enter the data into the table, what I have to do? I have to go row wise. So row number 1, row number 2, row number 3, row number 4, and row number 5. So each of my row will have columns here. So what is the column? Column number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So each of my row is having what? Certain columns. So each column here is called as what? Cell. So each of my column will be called as a cell. Fine. So what I want to do, see here, suppose if I take like this. All right, so suppose I take a row number 1. So here it is my row number 1. So inside row number 1, I am going to enter data in column number 1. Similarly, I will take another cell. Okay, what is my another cell, guys, here? When I want to enter a data, what is my another cell? Who will tell me? Yes. Yeah, where to enter? That is row number 1, column number 2. Okay, so in this way, I have to go on entering the data. Clear? So this is the basic knowledge of a table tag, how we are going to implement a table tag. Fine. Now what we will do, we will just go through a program. Okay, I will just share you a program. We will write one program. Okay, and then we will see how it is going to work. Fine. See. So I have already created this code. So I will take a simple code. What is the procedure every time we do, guys? What is the procedure? How I create a new file? First, I go for file, then I go for new. Okay. Now here what I did, I took my header file. After taking the header, I will save my file, right? I will save my file as new table. Okay, new table dot HTML, right? So in this way, I'm going to store it. Now what I will do, I will start writing the code. I will take HTML and you can skip head and title and directly go for body tag. Okay, so after going to body tag, what I can do is I have to take a table tag, CTABLE, table. Okay, I have to take a table tag, right? Now just we'll take a simple table and we will see how it works, right? So inside that table, what we will do? First, I will create one row. First, I will create one row. Okay. In that row, I will create one column. So first row, first column means TD. Okay. First row, first column means TD. Right. Suppose I will take name. Then how you have to do? How is the structure, guys? How is the structure formed here? See, the structure is exactly formed like this. When I take a table tag will come here. And when I take a tr tag, what will happen, guys? One row will come. That is one tr. Okay, one tr means what? One row. See this one. What I have, this tr. So when I take this tr, what is going to happen? One row is going to open, guys, right? Now, after opening this row, what I'm going to do? I'm going to take what? First column. So my first column will be this one. So this is called as a TD. So when I take one TD, one cell will appear. When I take one more TD, second cell will appear. Okay. When I take third TD, my third cell will appear. When I take fourth time, my fourth cell will appear, guys. Okay. So see here, just now I have taken one TD. Okay. So after taking TD, I have entered the data called as name here. I will close that TD. I will close that TD. It means what is the framing here, guys? What happens exactly here? See, this is going to happen. So when I open one TD, it means inside that first row, one column is going to appear. Is it visible? Okay, so first column is going to appear. Are you getting? So you need to enter the data row wise, column wise, row wise, column wise. So this particular column here, which I'm taking, okay. So this particular column is called as what? Cell. So you have to create first row and then cell wise you have to enter the data, row wise, column wise and cell wise, okay. So what is going to appear here, guys? Here, the thing that is going to appear is what, guys? What will appear here? It will appear as name. Okay, here it will appear as what? Name. Are you getting that? Did you understand how to frame the data of a table? First, take a table tag. Okay, inside that table tag, what you are going to do? For example, I will just write it. You have to open first row, and in that row, what you are going to do? In that row, you are going to add TD. Now, what I will do? I will take one more TD. Okay, I will take one more TD. For example, TD. And in that, what I will do? Roll number. I will take another thing. So you have to take it as a capital, guys. First letter as a capital. Okay, so what I will do here? Here, I will take it as a roll number and then I will close the cell. If you will not close the cell, what happens, guys? If I forget to close the cell here, what will happen? Name and roll number will appear in the same box. Okay, it will appear into the same box. So when I close one TD, it means one cell in that first row. Now, if I take a second TD, what it is going to indicate? It is going to indicate that I have taken a second column or a second cell into the first row, right? And there I find appearing as what? I find it as a roll number because I have added the data here. So I found it appearing as what? Roll number. Where I get it, guys? I get this data where? Into the second cell. Did you get that? So in this way, what I will do? I will take only two cells here. Okay, I will just take two cells, right? So roll number and name. I will just take two cells. So how I did it? First I took what, guys? First I took the table tag. I took a table tag. Okay, then I created one row inside my table using tr tag. And inside that I created what, guys? I created two cells. So this is one is roll number, that is name, and second cell is what guys? It is roll number, name and roll number. So I want to complete the first row now. So what I will do, I will just add front slash and I will close the row tag. So what it is going to do, in one row, how many cells you have created? In one row, I successfully created guys 2 columns. Okay, one is name and another is roll number. Fine. Now what I will do, inside that, one more example I will take. I will open second row. I want to add a second row. In that second row, I want to take a data, for example, roll number A, B, C, and then I want to close that. Fine. So what happens now? When I do this procedure, what is going to happen, guys? The second row is framed, right? When I take a TR, the second row is framed here. And in that 1 TD. So what happens for my 1 TD, guys? So when I open that 1 TD, so here one more box is going to appear, guys. Okay, so which box will appear? One more box, right? In the second row, first box, and in that what is written? ABC is written. Okay, similarly, I want to add some data into the second column. So I will take TD, roll number, I will take 0001, and then I will close that cell. Okay, now what happens, guys? After doing that procedure, what is going to happen? My second column, okay, my second column data will appear, second TD. So this is first TD, this is second TD for second row, this is first TD, second TD for first row. So in this way, you can go on adding what? The rows, and you can also go on adding the columns. Clear to you? Okay, now what is the next procedure? I have to close it. So come down, okay, and close the row. Second row is closed now. So that's it. Suppose I want a table with 2 rows and 2 columns. Okay, then you have to close which tag, guys? First you have to close the table tag. Then you have to close which tag, guys? Body tag. After closing body tag, immediately you can close the HTML tag. And meanwhile, what you have to do, you have to go on saving your files, right? Okay, so now what I'll do, I will just run this program for you guys. Okay, I will just execute this code for you, and then you will come to know how the output is expected or what type of output will come. Okay, so I will go to my folder, guys. So after going to my folder, I will just share it with you how you have to execute. I will just open my folder. So where here is my folder. Yeah, I'll just share it. You know, right, how to execute a file? You know very well, right? I will go to my G drive, okay? And then what I will do, I will share that G drive with you, okay? So now what is the thing, guys? The WP division is a thing where I store my programs. So what is the name given to my file? Just now I created that file. What is the name of a file? New table, right? So I will open that new table, okay? So can you see here? Just at the left corner, see, it appears name and roll number ABC 000. So in this way, the table is created. Now, what is the problem, guys? What is the problem? So if you take only table, the border will not appear. If you take only table, what is going to happen? The border will not appear. So what I have to do? I have to take a border. If you will take a border is equals to suppose 5, you can take any 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then when you execute that, you will be able to see that border is added. Why it is so thick, guys? The default color is black and gray for the border. Why it is so thick? Because I have taken 5. Suppose I will take border is equals to 1. I will take border is equals to 1. And then you can see that the border size appearing will be what? Default, right? So I have zoomed it. Actually, the default size will be like this. Okay. So when you take 100% of the browser screen, the default size will be like this. So it will appear like in the same format, guys. See, it will appear here like name, roll number, ABC. Name is ABC, roll number is 001. Did you get that? How to add data into table tag? Is it clear how to add data into table tag? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. See, I'm telling you very simple way, right? First take row and then enter the columns. Row wise, column wise, row wise, column wise, right? Now, so we will see here only, as I told you, this particular area, suppose name, what is this? This is called as one cell, right? So this is another cell, right? Each individual unit of the table where the combination of row and column is called as what? Cell, right? Each individual combination is called as what? Cell. Make a note of it, right? Now I will just increase some more size. Now see guys, here. So the distance between, okay, you can see that there are two cells. This is one cell and this is another cell. So suppose I have a thing like distance, okay, between cells, right? Distance between cells is called as what? Cell padding. Okay, it is called as cell padding, right? Yeah, distance between one cell to another cell is called as what? Cell padding. Okay, and then the space between text and cell. Okay, it is called as what? Cell spacing, right? It is called as what? Cell spacing. See here, I have shared it in the notes also. I will show you that. Then you will be clear with that. I will share it. See. So here the Word file of your notes is there. See, this is the notes, okay? So elements of table tag. So as we saw, what are the elements of a table tag? The elements of table tag are, as I told you, TR. We have TR, okay, TD, TH. I will tell you TH. So TR defines a table row. If we want to add a heading, we are using TH. If we want to define a table cell, we are using TD. So there are some attributes along with the table. So TR, TH and TD are called as what? The elements of table tag, which comes inside the table tag. What are the attributes which are included before closing that table tag? Okay, in the table, when you open a table tag, here only the attributes are going to come. Whereas the TR, TH, TD, which will come inside the, when you open a table tag, after writing the attributes, when you come outside and then you form a row and a column. Those are the elements, okay? So cell spacing and cell padding are used to adjust the spaces into the table. White space means what? To adjust the spacing between the cells, one cell to another cell, or between the cell and the content of cell, you are using these two features, okay? So here cell spacing defines the width of a border, okay? Cell padding represents the distance between cell border and the contents within it, okay? So you will come to know here guys, see. See this diagram. So inside this diagram, you will come to know what is the cell spacing and cell padding. Now, we already saw, like I told you, this is table and it is in the form of rows and columns, right? Okay. So this is a table border which you studied. So we give the border which comes at the outside. I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that comes at the outside. So these are the individual cells. Cell number 1, okay, cell number 2. First row, cell number 1, cell number 2, second row, right? Now, what is cell padding, guys? Suppose this is the content of the cell, the difference or the space between the content, okay? The space between the text and the cell is called as what? Cell padding. The space between the text and the cell, okay? The content in the cell and the border of the one cell, that is cell padding. What is cell spacing, guys? Cell spacing means what? The spacing between one cell to another cell, right? The spacing. See this one, which is in the red color, no? Cell spacing, right? So spacing means what? The distance between the table border and the cells, okay? Table border and the cell border. That is called as a cell spacing. Clear to you? Okay. We'll go back to the code now. See, so now we will try to implement some more attributes, guys. Okay, so suppose I will take here now, you understood border, right? Now what I will do, I will take cell, okay, padding. Suppose I will take cell padding is equals to, in quotes, I will take 10. Cell padding means what? What is cell padding? Cell padding means what, guys? The distance between what? The content and the cell. Okay, that is cell padding. For example, here in your output, what is cell padding? What is cell padding and cell spacing, guys? What is cell padding? See here. So name is what? Your content. Name is your content and this is the border. The black color is the border, right? So the distance between the border and the content. So the distance between your border and the content is called as what? Cell padding. What is cell spacing? Here. So space from this cell to this cell. How much space you have to leave between the cells? That is called as what? Cell spacing. Cell spacing is spacing between cells. Cell padding means what? The distance between the content and the cell border, right? Fine. Now I will just change the code. Cell padding is equal to 10. Cell spacing, okay, is equals to also I will take 10. I am taking the higher one. Okay, fine. Now we will run the code, right? I will go back to code. See, in this way the table is going to appear. Did you see that? Did you see how the cell spacing and cell padding is implemented, right? So in this way, the cell spacing and cell padding are going to work, guys. Okay, see. So this is the content, the distance between the content and the cell border, right? Distance between the content and the cell border. That is called as what? Cell padding. What is spacing? The distance between what? The consecutive cells. So this is called as a cell spacing. Clear to you? So in this way, you can write what? Cell spacing and cell border properties. Fine. All right. So we will see few more attributes, guys. So is it clear about TR and TD? So few more attributes we have got, guys. So what are those attributes? Okay, cell padding, cell spacing. You can take caption also to add heading to your table. Okay, you can take alignment. Within the table tag, you can align. You can take BG color. You can add a background color. You can add a border to your table, cell spacing, cell padding, summary. You can add a summary tag to show the information about the table. Okay. Then width you can take. You can also take height, right? Yeah. So these are some of the common attributes, okay, of the table tag. Clear to you? Okay. So we will see one more example for the table tag to see all the attributes. Okay. So I will take cell padding. Suppose I want cell padding is equals to 5 and I want cell spacing also maybe spacing between the cells. I will take it as a 4. Then save it, right? Now, what else features you saw, guys? I will take align is equals to center, C and TR center. I will take width, okay? Suppose is equals to, I will take 100 or I will take 200. You can also take in terms of percentages. So I will save the file. So I think there was one more attribute called as BGCOLOR. So BGCOLOR we will try, we will take yellow, right? I will just close it, fine. And then what I will do, I will just refresh, go back to browser and refresh your file. See, in this way it will come. Did you see that? Okay. So in this way we got it. So the size is enlarged because I have extended the size of the browser to show you, right? Whereas the output appears like this. Is it clear? In this way the table is created. Fine. Now, one more attribute I will tell you, guys. So still 7 minutes are there. We can do that. See, so what I have done now, if I take BG color in the body, what will happen? It will apply to the entire browser. Okay, so that's why if you take BG color within the table, what will happen? That background will appear only for a table. I will take gray, right? Okay, fine. Now what we'll do, I want to show you one more thing. What are this name and roll number? They are what? They are nothing but what? They are the headings. So if you want to take heading, what you can do, you can take it as a TH. Okay. If I want a heading, you can take it as a TH. Name is one heading and roll number is one more heading. Okay. So in this way, you can take a TH. And what I will do, I will add one more tuple. I will add one more record here. Okay. So suppose ABC is there. I will add XYZ. I will take roll number 2 and then I will save the file. Okay, now I will relocate to the browser and I will refresh my file. Did you see that? So in this way, what happened? If you take a TH, if you take TH, what is going to happen? So I will just cancel gray. It is coming very dark. So I will take yellow. I will just save it. The file is already in the browser. So you can directly go to the browser. Now you can see if I take this one, TH tag, what is going to happen there, guys? by taking a TH tag, automatically name and roll number are coming in the center. Why this roll number and name are coming in the center? Because I have taken it in the heading tag. So first row, there are two headings. One is this TH and second is this TH. Okay, and then I complete my what? TR tag. Okay, I complete my TR tag. Then I come here, I open my second row. Okay, and inside that second row, I take one TD. This is my second TD, right? So I close a TR tag. Then I come here, I take one more TD. Then I will take one more TD, and then I will close my TR tag. Okay, so in this way, what you are going to do, guys, you are going to create a table. Fine. Okay, so this is the first code, guys, right? This is one example. I have taken one more example that also I will show you. So this example I will share you in the notes. New table.html. So already I have a tab here. So I have taken a table demo.html. I have taken this example. Okay. So here what I have done, I have taken HTML. I have taken body and I want all the text to appear into the blue. So center tag H1. I have taken H1 mark. I have taken fruit collection. I am highlighting using mark tag. Do you remember mark tag? Mark means what? Whatever text you take into the mark, it will appear in yellow color. So I have taken table border is equals to 4, cell spacing 5, cell padding 10, width is equals to 400, right? Then what I have done? I have taken a TH. Okay. Yeah, so directly I have taken a TH. Directly also you can take, or you can take a TR, and inside that you can take. So first heading is serial number, second heading is name, third heading is what? Color. So it is in the combination of /th and th. Then I have opened first row. Okay, I have opened first row. In that first row, what is my first cell? 1. Second cell, apple. Third cell, reddish. And then I will close the first row. Then what I will do? I will open a second row. After opening a second row, in that first cell, second cell is grapes, third cell is what? Black. And then I will close that row. In this way, I will take third row. Okay, I will take fourth row. I will take fifth row. And then I will close a table tag. Then I will close a center tag. I will close a body tag. And then I will close an HTML tag. What is the name of my file, guys? Table demo.html. So when I run this file, what is that? Table demo. Where is that file? See, table demo. Okay, it's here, table demo. Fine. See, in this way, the file will appear. So this is one more example. So fruit collection is my heading here. Okay, fruit collection is a heading. And I have marked it with yellow. Serial number, name, and color. These are my headings. Okay, these are my headings. And how many rows I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So totally 5 rows and 1 heading row. Okay, and then columns 1, 2, 3. I have 3 columns. Okay, clear to you? Now just go through this example again. And one more class we will take on table tag. There I will tell you few more attributes are remaining. Those will be the attributes of row and column tag, that is TR and TD tag. Okay, we will see attributes of TR and TD tag in tomorrow's class. Fine. See, so here we have this as a row number 1, row number 2, TR2, TR3, TR4, and TR5. Okay, so this is column 1, so column 2, and column 3. This is TD1, TD2, TD3. Okay, of row 1. This is TD1, TD2, TD3 of row 2. TD1, 2, 3 of row 3. TD1, 2, 3 of row 4. TD1, 2, 3 of row 5. And then complete the rows. Am I right? And here what I have done, guys, here directly I have taken a TH tag. If you take a TH tag, no need to take a row. Directly it will create the columns. Fine? Yes. So there's 1 minute remaining, guys. So please go through this example. I will share the video after the class so that you could easily understand that example. Fine? Okay. And these notes, if possible, I will share today. Okay. So a few more examples are there. So this example already I had included into the notes, which I have explained just now. Only one example I have included. Tomorrow's class, we will see some attributes. There are some attributes for TR and TD also. So that also we will see. Okay, guys.